Hey guys, I've got a review here for you today of the SoundPeats T3 Pro and the Realfit F4. Full disclosure, I got these for free from the company, from SoundPeats, which is awesome. This is actually my first free product that I've ever received for review. They didn't tell me to say anything specific or even give me a format to go through. They just told me to do what I wanted. So I figured I would do a little comparison with the Realfit F4s, which are a pair of headphones that are around the same price, about 25 bucks. Although the Realfits you can't even get anymore. I think they might have been doing some weird stuff on Amazon, so they are no longer on there. So yeah, we're mainly just gonna focus on the review here of the T3 Pros and then do some mild comparisons with the Realfit. So getting started, if we go over the hardware here, it's got this really nice fake looking leather. It doesn't feel like leather, it feels like plastic, but I really like it because I can throw these around and scratch them up and nothing really happens. It's also got this nice looking badge. It makes it shine. You know, if you lose them, makes it a little easier to find. Well, you can also use the app to make them play a really loud noise to try and find them as well, which is handy. Getting on to the inside, they have a long stem and touch controls and kind of like a little reflective piece right here. That being said, they don't feel super premium, but I wouldn't expect them to at $25. And honestly, I like them a lot because they're super light and they don't hurt my ears. Like most headphones, it comes with multiple ear tips and a USB-C charger on the inside. And then it's got a nice little pairing button and battery light. And then as you saw, there's lights here that if you are not playing anything and they're in your ears, they'll light up. If you are playing something, they'll turn off, which is kind of nice. I've noticed when my wife sees me wearing these that she's able to tell if I'm listening to something and able to tell when I'm not. And I can change it to transparency mode and, you know, have a conversation. So yeah, the fit and finish is pretty nice, especially for $25. I've really liked the way that they feel. Talking about the actual sound quality, it's pretty nice. You actually have an EQ in the SoundPeats application that allows you to change your sound settings to your liking. For me personally, I think I would like a little bit more bass. But again, these are $25 headphones, so you can only expect so much. And they do sound really good. Also, I think one of the big perks here is that for a $25 set of headphones, you're also getting active noise cancellation, which for me is awesome. It's kind of a must-have. You know, if you're mowing the lawn or going on an airplane ride, or, you know, you just need to get some work done at home, it's really nice to be able to lock in, and these do have really good noise cancellation, especially for the price. The only real complaint that I have for the noise canceling is that if there's a sharp, loud noise that's really fast, it kind of has trouble dealing with it, and it can produce a sharp noise in your ears. So for example, the only case where this really happens to me, but it's happened a couple of times over the last few weeks, is if I am doing dishes. I've noticed that when I'm dumping out silverware, it kind of crackles in my ears. And that doesn't feel great, but you know, so do these, and so do most of the headphones that I have. So not really anything crazy there, but if there was one thing that I could change, it would probably be that. Yeah, overall, they're a great set of headphones. I've not once had them die on me, and I use headphones a lot. And by die, I mean in my ears or from just fully running out of battery. I've gone to a bachelor party and I was listening to them. I've mowed the lawn, I've done a bunch of chores. The battery on these is fantastic. And for $25, I don't think you could really go wrong. That being said, this is the only other pair of $25 headphones that I have. My main complaints that are different than the SoundPeats complaints, because like I said, this will pop in your ear with the ANC from time to time. But my main complaints with these are that the left and right buds will actually get out of sync from time to time, which is super annoying. Because if you're listening to music or an audiobook and your left and right ear are hearing slightly different things, it can be really off-putting. I also don't like how big these are. I know they look small, but in my ears, they hurt after a while. Actually, not even after a while, just after a couple of minutes, so it's really uncomfortable. And the other main thing that I really don't like about these is the case is just enormous. which is awesome, I guess, if you're like a long haul trucker and for some reason you're unable to charge your headphones. But for me, I've never needed these, this giant case. I've got a set of headphones with an even smaller case than this, and I was able to take them on a trip to Indonesia, which I think was about 20 hours, and I was listening almost nonstop to headphones. It wasn't with these ones, but it was with ones that were a little bit smaller, and I didn't run out of battery. So to me, this is just absolute overkill, and it just makes it harder to travel with. For me, the point of true wireless is that it's easy, it fits in your pocket, and it's on the go. Yeah, so overall, I would definitely recommend these over this, even though these do have the awesome little display that I really like. I think it looks awesome. Yeah. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention with these headphones here is that they work in either ear, so you can have just the right ear or just the left ear, which to me is almost a required feature. I have a more expensive set of headphones that I thought would support it, and they don't. And I pretty much just never use those headphones because they die kind of quickly, and a lot of times I like having just one earbud in, and I like to use left or right and kind of switch it up, keep it even, and they don't support it. So the fact that these do is a huge plus in my book. I'll get a little audio sample here for you guys so you can hear it. This is a video of the microphone for the SoundPeats T3 Pro. I'm gonna shake my head a little bit and bang on some stuff and see if you can hear anything. But yeah, that's what they sound like. Here's what they look like. Can't complain, like them. I guess that's the review. Overall, I think these are an awesome set of headphones. They're obviously not gonna be as nice as like a $200 pair of headphones, but if you just want something for around the house or that you don't have to worry too much about, that still meets all of the requirements of like noise canceling and pretty decent sound quality, then I would give these a good recommendation. I'll throw a link in the description, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one.